Welcome to Gregos TV Daily. Hope you're having a fantastic day. There's a high possibility you're thinking of upgrading to either the Galaxy Z Fold 6 or the S24 Ultra. Now, the Z Fold 6 should be out in July or no later than August, which is only a couple of months away, and the S24 Ultra is already out and won't have a new successor until January or February of next year. So we're gonna go through a list of things on why you should upgrade to which phone right now. Let's first talk about the Galaxy Z Fold 6. Now, you're getting a much bigger display. Why is that important? Well, it's just better for basically everything in my book. I love it for literally everything. They've really optimized the apps, not just them, obviously the companies that make these apps, they take full advantage of this. For instance, you got your Instagram app, and it fully takes advantage. You have your bar over here, you have nice big full photos, you can turn it if you want to. It just takes full advantage. A lot of the apps have been optimized. You don't really have to worry a lot about apps not looking correctly on the Galaxy Z Fold 6. Also gaming, if you love gaming, it's a crazy experience to play Fortnite or Call of Duty or little word games that you like on a much bigger display. It's more immersive and more impressive and more fun. What about multitasking? You can run multiple windows on this phone and still see everything. It's truly impressive. And again, it goes back to the fun factor. This is a really fun form-facting phone. If you haven't tried a folding phone, you're gonna have a lot of fun with it. Now, the cover display on the Galaxy Z Fold 6 is due to be a little bit wider, which is gonna be much welcomed into the world of people that already have these phones. I know I'm very much looking forward to a wider outside display, but even still, it's going to not be as wide most likely as a regular traditional phone, so it's gonna be easier to use. So, and the other part of it, like, how many people do you know have a phone that has two displays? You have the cover display on the Galaxy Z Fold 6, and then you have the inside main display. So having two displays is just a really cool experience. If you have issues on the big display, you can pop out and get the regular experience on the smaller, skinnier outside display. Or if you just want a more one-handed usage of a phone, it's easier to use this cover display versus a regular traditional phone. So there's a lot of cool factors they can use. I admittedly don't love the cover displays on almost any folding phone. I mean, at least I don't hate them, but I don't use them all the time. I love the inside display, but it's cool to have that experience and have that option at the very least. This is awesome. The best way to use the main cameras is on a Galaxy Z Fold phone. Why? Because it allows you to see what you're looking at. I can see myself and use these cameras at the same time. The S24 Ultra doesn't have a display on the back, so of course you could use the back cameras, but this is much easier. You can see yourself, you can press the buttons, you can go to video if you want, photos, whatever you want. I love that experience. A really cool trick to be able to do on this phone. Lastly, for the Galaxy Z Fold 6, it's eye-catching and it's just a different experience. If you've never used it, it's just I've said fun like 1,000 times already, but it's really hard not to say that. It's a really fun, intriguing, different experience versus a regular phone. And this is gonna get a lot more wows and what is that versus you bringing in an S24 Ultra into somewhere and being like, everyone has a slab phone. A lot of people don't have a folding phone. So besides, getting the whoos and the ha's, it's just a really cool device to use in general. Let's talk about the Galaxy S24 Ultra next. You've got the brighter display. It's gonna be brighter. There's no way, I don't think that the Z Fold 6 will catch up. We don't know officially sure at the time of making this video, but I would put some money down that it won't be as bright as the S24 Ultra, which to some folks, if they're using the phone outdoors all the time, you're gonna wanna get this one, but at the same time, you'll still be able to see the Z Fold 6 outdoors, and it will be brighter than the Z Fold 5, but you gotta, this is just crazy. It's super high nits of brightness. Better cameras, the best cameras that Samsung puts out are on their Ultra phones, and the S24 Ultra will continually take better zoom photos, up to 100x versus 50x or 30x on the Z Fold 6. And then the quality of the photos too, higher megapixels, just better overall cameras and videos in general with the S24 Ultra. So if you want the best camera experience, you're gonna wanna go with the S24 Ultra. Faster charging, 45 watt wired charging on this, 25 watt on the Z Fold 6. And it's not a huge difference, you know, but when you get to 0 to 50%, you'll save a few minutes with the S24 Ultra. And you know, it should already, that 45 watts should be in the Z Fold 6. It's not going to be, which isn't the end of the world, but yeah, it's cool that at least the S24 Ultra has it. In keeping with that battery charging thing going on, it has a bigger battery and it's going to have better battery life with the S24 Ultra, 5,000 milliamps versus 4,400 milliamps on the Z Fold 6. And these S24 Ultras get really, really good battery life. With a Z Fold 6, you've got 2 displays to power. One of the displays is huge, and that's going to use a lot more power. And it probably will never reach up to the battery life that you'll get with an S24 Ultra. And then lastly, the built-in S Pen. Now, Z Fold 6 does have S Pen support. You got to buy it separately, and it doesn't go directly inside the phone. S24 Ultra does. You could also say the Z Fold 6 has a bigger display, so it's more fun to write with or easier to write with when you're doing things. So you could give a point in that regard. But overall experience in terms of having the S Pen be built in and ease of use, I'd probably go with the S24 Ultra. So out of these two phones, which one should you choose? I think it comes down to, if you're looking for a different, fun experience, choose the Z Fold 6. You're gonna get a really, really great phone. Now, just spec to spec to spec to spec, S24 Ultra is a better phone and will be a better phone in almost every case of the word that you want to say. But both phones are really nice. For me, I would always choose the folding phone. I'm a fold guy. Once you fold, you never unfold, is my saying. And for the S24 Ultra, again, a really great phone, solid phone, but to me a little bit boring. These phones have been like this for years and years and years and years, and they just get little refinements. At least if you've never tried a folding phone, grab the Z Fold 6. I think you'll really, really enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you down the road. Peace.